Up, everybody? How's your Sunday? Sunday. It's Monday. Memorial Day. This feels like it's been the best weekend ever. I can tell you that right now. We're out sitting on the deck. We've been out here. I've been on my back deck all day long. I don't think we went inside for about an hour. Um, since I've been out here since 6 a.m. This is my favorite place on the planet. My backyard. Um, I've got rods out. I made some carp bait this morning. Put some pictures on Facebook for it. Um, Tons of fun, and caught a big one, biggest one I've ever caught. Well over, and I've had them on my scale at 30 pounds, and this thing was just, it was that big around, and it was big. It was big. It was over 30. I didn't pick him up. I didn't hurt him. I don't know what exactly it was. It was big, whatever it was. Um, Got him back in the water. He made a mess of two different rods, but I'm surprised now. We've had him jumping all around us all day. We've had three different fish on. Um, got the one. I can see that. I don't know who just said it. King of rubber nosed tunas.
John Wilczek.
John Wilczek. Yeah. We used to call them bugle mouth trout, uh, or golden trout, or big lip trout. I tell you, they fight just like a salmon does. They fight like a salmon does in a stream. They're so strong. This fish took me right into the dock. Like he knew exactly. He came right in, and I got him out and around. Um, but I'm fishing 8.5 foot salmon rods with 50-pound braid down to a swivel, and then 50-pound leader. What's up, Eric? So, yeah, we've been here all day long. It's been beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Sitting outside watching the boats go by. Last night, I haven't put the pictures up yet. Last night, Courtney and I joined. My lovely wife is right here behind the camera. Um, Say hi, lovely wife.
Hi, lovely wife.
Hi, lovely wife.
Hi, lovely husband.
That's me, lovely husband. We went to the Watchfire down the state fairgrounds last night, and this has been a pretty incredible weekend. And this has been, I'm going to honor the people that have come before. Weekend, we went to a baseball game Saturday night. The Syracuse Mets, I have been calling them the Chiefs now for 2 days. We went to the Syracuse Mets game. They lost, but it was a great game, and it was a lot of fun. It was cheap relatively. Last night we went to the Watchfire. I had two flags I was going to bring, but I'd never been to one before. I wasn't sure how it worked, so I didn't. But when we got there, Courtney and I went up and signed the wall, and I did it in honor of my grandfather and my cousin Jason, and she did it in honor of her grandfather. All three veterans. Um, Courtney and I joined my good friend Paul Messina and his wife and kids, and Bob, my new buddy Bob from Kiki's was there making food. And I told Courtney before we even got to the lighting of the Watchfire part of it, because when we got there, parking lot was full, and I don't know how many people were there. Um, we were all standing there, Bob and Courtney and Paul and myself. We're like, how many people are here? And Courtney and Bob both said 10,000. There was a lot of people there. It was really amazing. They had some music going on, and some stuff, and they played taps. And for any of those of you that have served, that have heard taps, I had to go listen to taps be played once for an NCO um, from my unit that we lost in a motorcycle accident. It's chilling, and those are those things. It's Memorial Day, and I hope everybody you could not have asked for three better days in upstate New York than Friday, even four. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Um, the weather has been spectacular. I hope everybody had a chance to do something. Um, but this Memorial Day has really been one to remember, and we had a lot of fun. And today we just soaked it all in and sat on our deck and watched the boats go by. And we're able to do that in the free country that we live in because of the men and the women that have sacrificed the ultimate price for all of us to be here. I'm a veteran, but whether you are or you aren't, that like last night was powerful, and to see all those flags, um, and to think to yourself, and there was a couple of them that were enormous, like bigger than the Gander Mountain flag we see from '81, and maybe one of them was that old flag, and you think to yourself, where did that flag fly? You know, over whose house, whose business, whose school? Um, where did that flag fly? And we're about to we're about to come into season. You're about to start hearing the nonstop political ads for the next year and a half. You know, um, the election doesn't happen for a year and a half from where we sit today, and a day like today and a weekend like today. Last night was moving. I said to Courtney immediately. I said we this is now part of our family's yearly thing, and I have a movement in my heart for my fellow brothers and sister veterans, and I want to be able to, and I'm working, and it's doing this in my head. There's something I can do to help my fellow veterans in Central New York, and even if that's a way to get people out on the water, um, to just talk and cast and let everything flow, But my heart's been moved to do things with the veteran community here in Central New York, and I'm going to be actively looking forward to figuring out what that means. But yesterday was a big deal. Yesterday, I've heard of it before. I've never been to one. I can't exactly tell you why, but we had a fantastic time, and it's something I look forward to doing next year already. It just ended, and I'm already making plans for next year. Um, Bigger and and really spend the day. It was awesome. It was awesome to see so many people, so many patriots walking around there, in celebrating our country and this amazing way of life that we are blessed to have. But it doesn't come as a universal right, and it doesn't come for free, and it doesn't come at times without superior firepower. And that's how you achieve peace. And all of those things have a cost, monetarily and human cost. It's easy to forget. It's easy to dump on, you know. Um, it's tough to believe our politicians. It's the flavor of the month stuff. We didn't get to where we're all sitting today without a fight. And I don't want that to come to that ever again. But today we remember the fights that we have fought and won. There's the key point of it. Fought and won. The people that are in our military now are fighting an uphill battle, against very sophisticated enemies, foreign and domestic, and we have to remember all of them on a daily basis and what they're doing collectively now. You know, the vets that have already done their time and and served their country can't be forgotten. They can't be. They can't be. We cannot treat the men and women that have, because it's not mandatory in this country. Not everyone's done it. You know, you can go around a room of people and the percentage of vets are small of the whole and dwindling on a daily basis. So we can't forget those that have already given. There's the thing. We can't forget those that have already gave. I hope everyone had an amazing, amazing holiday weekend, um, filled with laughter and love and family and traditions and friends and certainly a little bit of fishing. We fished off the dock all day today, carp fished. I put some pictures up earlier today. It was a very simple pack bait mix. It's oatmeal, just plain, with some cream corn out of the can and some pancake syrup. And that's what I pack around. Um, I have a wire cage that you mold the bait around, and then come down a little leader, and it's got a hook on it with a hair rig, and the hair rig is just a piece of line coming off the back of the hook. And that's where you put your hook bait. And I've got some pre-made bait that I had left over from last year normally, but you can make it with grits or cornmeal and jello, flavored jello. It's not super complicated. And there are plenty of carp around. We had a couple guys bass fishing out there, and I said, hey, I got lines out. And they're like, oh yeah, no problem. He's like, you must be killing them. We've seen carp everywhere, you know. We didn't kill them, and I would expect us to. I'm probably after dinner going to recheck and rebait everything, and we'll sit out here until dark. And right now it's beautiful, right, babe? I mean, May's the best month. There's no mosquitoes. Um,
Hardly any wind.
we sat out here the other evening till 2 o'clock in the morning by the fire, dancing, listening to music, and there wasn't a single mosquito around, which was like, yes, that's a win. But so that was my fishing report for today. Caught a big giant carp,
It's enormous.
and relaxed and just had a day of it. So the view you guys are seeing behind me is the view I've been looking at all day. I never get tired of it. I never get tired of it. All right, everybody. Tomorrow I'm going to be out on Oneida with a friend of mine in the morning, and I'll catch up with everybody tomorrow morning, probably around 8 a.m., give or take. And
Do you want to read comments or not? Do
any,
you want me to? Or?
we'll go through and do roll. Let me see here. I'll come forward.
You want me to read them to you, or you want to read them?
I'll go through right here. Scott Tagata, Rick Mental, Mike Hoover, Gary Walters, Rumble Seed, Tammy, lots of perch and cue today. Tammy Hoover, right on. John Wilczek, the king of rubber nosed tunas. David Gould, hello, sir. What is the best 16-foot aluminum V fishing boat? What Dell? What deal, maybe? What dealers? What dealers? There you go. Well, David, we saw that 16-foot boat that Krenzer's Marine put up. Krenzer's is one of our Walleye Fest sponsors and one of my personal sponsors, so I would certainly have you give Tim or one of his salesmen a call out to Krenzer's. Tell him certainly that you're you know, that you got their number from us, and that boat, that 166 DC that they had, um, that we put up as the tagged fish boat. That was a nice boat. That was a very nice boat, extremely roomy. When I got in it after we moved it around, extremely roomy and well laid out without breaking the bank. So um, I can turn you on to that, David. Eric Wisniewski, what's up, buddy? Paul Messina, happy Memorial Day, my friend. What a great time last night. Thank you. Rumble Seed, show yourself, Courtney. No, Bob, she's a behind the scenes kind of girl. Although those were her pink toes. Typically fishing. What's up? Jim English. Carp can be a surprise when you don't expect them. Ask my wife. Listen, anybody that doesn't want to fight a big fish, I don't know. You got to wonder about people like that. Bill Gilbert, have a great rest of the holiday weekend. You too. I would have looked for you, Chris Bryan says. We came a little late, but you could see the watch fire from Portland. I'll tell you, we were 150 yards away from it after they got it lit, and we all had to back up. It was so hot. I'm hot. Like, I've never been around like a structure fire or anything like that, thank God. And that thing was hot. Man. Paul Horchak, Larry Melnick. Jim Wild Brookies. Thank you, sir. Need a little wind here. Dude, Rick, don't get me started again. I have been laughing about Tommy Boy. That's why, okay, so we wanted to put the carp rods out and whatever, but I woke up this morning early. I was going to jump on the jet ski, and it was flat, dead, calm again. And I'm like, what am I going to go out there and play Tommy Boy again? That's funny you said that. Rascals. Burlap bag with dog food in it, weighted, and a couple cans of corn thrown around it. I've tried, it's funny, John, I have tried the dog food bit before and never got a bite out of it. I do other stuff and they eat it, like they gobble it up. E-Trix, what's up, buddy? Dax Woods Wanderer. How's your weekend been? Dax, couldn't be better. Just got home from an amazing 5 days with Stephanie catching a ton of trout in the Adirondacks on a canoe trip. And for everybody that's wondering, you can go on Dax Woods Wanderer right there. When he says Dax, it's not that's not his name. That is, he's up in the Adirondack Mountains. He's a fellow YouTuber up there. He does incredible. It's all by canoe. They're doing remote places, and some of the food they cook, some of the fish they catch. That's a fun watch. So if you guys are on here already, you can go check him out.
I saw a recent video that he posted in the last couple days. I saw something, a post or something.
Yeah. And now that he's back in season up there and there's no ice left, it'll be better. Drop shot, hey all. So yeah. So that's our evening. Like I say, tomorrow I'll be back out on Oneida and fishing with a buddy of mine, and I will catch all you guys in the morning. Let's get ready for a great week. It's a short week, even though we're coming out of one. We still got a short week. It's Tuesday to Friday. Let's start it off great. Thanks, everybody. Guys, girls, I love you all for joining me every day. And I will see you again tomorrow morning. Right there, baby. All you vets out there, right on, man. I got you. Keep your tip up. Happy Memorial Day. Kept hearing your phone go off, and I thought
Oh no,
it was
just
Danny
the
Beck.